Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Nigerians rate President Muhammadu Buhari's performance after 5 years in office as extremely poor. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. The news reaching us at the hour is the rating of Nigerians to the person of President Muhammadu Buhari after 5 years in office. What are your rating? Let us get onto the details and get why he was rated in this regard and in this way. In your opinion, on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely poor and 10 being excellent, what will be your grading for Muhammadu Buhari? Let's get on and get all the details. In a poll conducted by Sahara reporters on social media, over 80% of respondents rated Buhari poor, saying his administration has been mired on ethnicity and corruption allegations. Nigerians have reacted to the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari for the last 5 years in office of being extremely poor. In a poll conducted by Sahara reporters on social media, over 80% of the correspondents rated Buhari poor, saying his administration has narrowed down on ethnicity and corruption allegations. The poll was conducted on Facebook, Twitter, and 21,200 and 26,643 voted respectively. On Facebook, 75% of the voters said Buhari performed poorly, while 25% believe he performed excellently. While on Twitter, 62% of voters claim Buhari performed extremely poorly, 20% believe he performed poorly, and 17% believe Buhari performed well. Some of the voters gave reasons for their decision in rating Buhari's 5 years performance in office as Nigeria's president. Jude said, even asking to rate him gives him credit. What is he doing, or what has he done, rather than borrowing without nothing to show for it? What have they done with the money they have borrowed? Federal character, he knows nothing about the rule of law. He does not even understand what it means to be the president of a country. He does not understand the first rudiment of the A of a president. It has been an extreme difficult time with him. Security of the nation is nothing to write home about. Do you know the number of people that have been killed since Buhari became the president of Nigeria? One Trump said history has far again and again repeated itself. Nigerians knew the history with Buhari, yet they voted him in. This is the mess that we are in. We are all suffering for it. I would like to use this medium to congratulate Buhari APC for the 5 years of disappointment, hardship, insecurity, borrowing money every now and again, and to say this president in a short words has been the worst Nigeria could have ever had since the inception. One Emmanuel also said Buhari's 5 years in office has been a moment of disaster and the most painful in the history of Nigeria. His administration is full of bribery, nepotism, laziness, incompetence, absence from office, abuse, levy on human rights, underwatched of Nigerians, incompetence, extreme poverty, hardship, to mention but a few. Another guy said, Jacob said, Buhari has successfully institutionalized hunger and made it a way of life. He had successfully made killing a norm in Nigeria. Killing, kidnapping has become a normal everyday crime in Nigeria that people are no longer moved. He has made the office of the chief of staff the most powerful rather than the vice president. The vice president of the country has been relinquished to the background, yet the chief of staff is more than the vice president. But one other person disagreed, saying Buhari has managed a little to bring the country closer. I don't understand in what way. Or maybe this person has a close ties with Buhari, or maybe it's just my opinion. Maybe I'm looking from another side of the glass. Well, my people, these are some of the reactions of Nigerians to the person of President Muhammadu Buhari in the last 5 years. How would you rate him? How would you rate him? Would you say the reign of Buhari has been good for you and your family, or you have actually been promoted and things have actually been nice, free and fair, and you are extremely happy with the way things have been in the country? How would you rate what has been going on with the killing, kidnapping? Instead of them calling Fulani headsmen, yes, the name that they are, terrorists, they have given them a sweet name, calling them bandits. And Buhari will not even speak in that matter. But as soon as he hears that a group of boys are gathering, he says they are Biafrans preparing for war, he's able to quickly go to the northern part of Nigeria to cause trouble and to make sure that those who are fighting for their rights do not get it. The Niger Delta boys, they can actually be defeated by Nigerian army, but Boko Haram cannot be defeated. Why? That is to tell you that there is stake in this matter. Because where you get stake, you dey protect them. I be not be so the matter be. Where you have something to protect, you protect it with all your heart. You make sure that even if people are trying to figure it out that you are the one, you try to camouflage and make sure that you are not the one. That's exactly some of the things. So this is one man who has not been speaking the truth in Nigeria. In fact, he only spoke about the killing in Kanu and Kaduna when President Trump, said Nigeria is being rated as a religious intolerance country. And that was when he spoke for the first time after people have been killed in the numbers that, yes, we condemn this killing without doing nothing. I tell you sincerely, if any government want to deal with crime, they will. If they get on it to say, you know what, let us get this issue settled, they will. If any government wants to do that, they will do it and they will do it successfully. Look at Chad. Look at just Chad beside us. When they dealt with Boko Haram for just 2 weeks, Boko Haram felt the heat. But Nigerian government is playing politics. Do you want to know the estimated amount that Nigerian government said they have spent in fighting Boko Haram? Of course, somebody is gaining from it. And the more they say they are fighting them, the more they come out with propaganda news that we are defeating Boko Haram, the more you can see their work in the country. The more you can see what they are doing in the country. So who is deceiving who? Who is actually deceiving who? That's the country that we are in, where even the government, where the people, where those in politics are part of the stakes and know exactly what is going on. And people have stake in this matter. People are gaining from it. And people are playing with people's lives. Imagine the vice president of the country. Imagine the vice of the country is now like the houseboy, so to say, where Buhari's aide, those that were not voted in, that were appointed by Buhari, are even stronger, even have more voice. Remember the time the person of Buhari traveled? Guess who went to represent Buhari? When the president of the country is not available, who should go? The vice president. But no, the president wants to suppress the vice president at all means, at all costs. He sent the person of late Abba Kyari. Even Abba Kyari getting a coronavirus, what all led to that? He went for a meeting that the vice president should have gone for. Yes, a meeting the vice president of the country should have gone for. Buhari sent and said, no, you go. Why? The North does not want Nigerians to see that the vice president of the country can do anything good and does not want them to associate with him. You see, that's the country that we are in. But anyway, Nigerians, how would you vote the person of Muhammadu Buhari? Do you think he has done well in your opinion? Or do you think he's the worst president ever? Would you say he's been fair? Nepotism at the heights. Do you know how many of Buhari's family members, I tell you, go and investigate, and one political position already prepared and secured if Buhari leaves office? He has put them here and there. That's the president that you have, who have no rule for law, who does not care about the common man. All he cares about is borrowing more and more money to endanger the lives of Nigerians, putting Nigerian assets in the line. Anyway, my people, don't forget to thumbs up for us, like and share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless and bye for now.